Testing, testing.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Cool. Let's go.
What a few couple of weeks it's been.
Yeah, truly. I'm Alex.
And I'm Emily, and welcome to What a Week.
You want it, we got it. We're bringing you news by zillennials for zillennials.
Let's dive right in.
Okay, so first and foremost, we have to do a story that's a bit of politics, crossed with pop culture, crossed with Kardashians, all the things,
It's like
all the
a
things.
mix, yeah, it's insane.
It's quite wild. But basically, for those who don't know, there's a Recall Gavin Newsom campaign that was going on, and that campaign officially reached enough signatures, almost, to trigger a recall election. So basically, they needed 1.495 million signatures, so about 1.5 million signatures. They got that. They got 1.6 million. Which means that there's going to be a recall election, but it's not for sure yet because those supporters that signed that petition have 30 business days in order to remove their name from the petition. But if no one removes it, or if they still have above the number they needed by those 30 days, then that means there will be election probably in the fall, potentially to recall our governor Gavin Newsom. Also, it's kind of wild because this is only the fourth governor recall election in history. And like, for those who don't know, it was basically because people, mostly Republicans, were mad kind of about Gavin Newsom's response to COVID and the fact that he went out to eat while like basically saying everyone should be staying home and all that stuff. So it's like, it's also one of those situations. I mean, whatever, we're not political commentators or anything, but it doesn't seem like it's going to happen, him being recalled. But even if people were that mad, like, it seems like a lot of the people who are mad, like, it probably won't matter by then, if that makes sense. Like, it just seems. So basically how it's going to work, the recall campaign, if it happens, again, we don't know, probably not, or it's going to happen, but probably not in terms of he'll be recalled. But basically he needs more than 50% of people to want to recall him. And then on that same ballot, so it's going to be that first question, should he be recalled? After that, if he gets more than that 50% to be recalled, there's going to be the list of candidates who are running to replace him. And so some of those people include former Mayor Kevin Faulconer, businessman John Cox, and Caitlyn Jenner, which is just, I mean, like, I saw it and I was just like, who's she trying to appeal to? Because no one likes her. Like, I'm like, who is this for?
No. Because she's running as a Republican, right? Which is just like, I don't think Republicans would vote for her. Democrats won't vote for her. I think it's because her viewpoints are so contradicting to her life.
Right.
But I'm also just like, this is kind of unrelated to what we're talking about, but somewhat related. But also, isn't Matthew McConaughey running for governor of Texas?
Yeah.
So it's just like, I know Arnold Schwarzenegger did it. Celebrities need to stop thinking that if they're famous and have enough clout, that they could run for shit like Kanye West. I mean, Donald Trump did it, whatever. Bad example. He basically ran this country to shit. So I was shocked, but I'm also like, okay, maybe this is just a publicity stunt to get attention because she's not going to win regardless.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's just like who's on her team? Like, who's telling her to do this? Because I'm like, this makes actually no sense. Like, honestly, if one of them should run, it should be Kris Jenner. Not that I'm saying I would vote for her, but I'm like, someone like Kris Jenner would make more sense than Caitlyn.
Or maybe Kim.
Or maybe Kim, but no, like, literally not one person likes Caitlyn Jenner. Not one person. So
I don't even think the family 100% likes Caitlyn Jenner.
I agree. Like, literally no one. And so far, if you're wondering Caitlyn Jenner's policies, so when she first announced, I went to her website, there was literal no platform whatsoever. Like, literally nothing. Now there's like two things, but it's still just like, okay. Also, so far, Caitlyn Jenner, or TMZ stopped Caitlyn Jenner and asked her about, I'm not sure if they asked her. I didn't watch the interview because I was just like, this is just going to make me mad. But basically, Caitlyn Jenner to TMZ said that trans girls should not play in girls' sports, which is just like absolutely hateful, absolutely ridiculous. It's just like, I don't know. Like, she must be trying to appeal to hardcore Republicans, but I'm just like, make it make sense, you know? Like, it's just it's so ridiculous. And another thing, she has only voted in 9 of California's 26 statewide elections since 2000. So she's not even like politically aware, politically involved, nothing like that.
I'm telling you, it's for clout. It's just so people talk about her, and it's working.
Exactly.
Everyone's covered it.
Exactly. I'm like so mad that like I'm talking about her, but I'm just like, God. And then another thing, she openly supported Trump in 2016, very openly. There's no records of her having voted in 2016 though. But then in 2018, she took it all back and she said like, Trump's awful, blah, 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 all this stuff. But to me, she's kind of seeming to ride that wave again. Like, you can tell Trump supporters are who she's trying to appeal to, even though it's just like not gonna work. So that's in political news.
Especially in California.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think there are Trump supporters in California, but it's also like, know your audience.
Yeah,
like,
I know. It actually makes no sense. It makes me so mad. I'm just like, God.
Well, we're gonna move on to another topic, which may or may not make you mad.
God.
Um, so YouTuber Jeff Wittek has released a video series called Don't Try This at Home, where he details his scary accident where he literally almost died. So I don't know if you know or follow the Vlog Squad, but Jeff is people make fun of him, or the joke within the Vlog Squad is that like Jeff is very attractive and he's like a pretty boy, and they're like, oh, does Jeff get Botox? Like, how does he stay looking so attractive? He's like, I think 26 to 28 years old. And he also has a record. So he has been to jail and arrested several times on drug charges for selling drugs. He was from New Jersey, lives in Miami, and then moved to LA for the Vlog Squad and got involved with David's crew and the Vlog Squad and stuff. And so he was always portrayed and known as being like super funny and kind of down with whatever, and like wasn't afraid to like do some stunts or whatever. And so for David's big, this was last year, so 2020, for David's big comeback vlog, they were going to do this like major stunt. And David gave his friends a list of like what things they would be down to try. And Jeff, Todd, and Natalie, his former assistant, decided, oh, let's just go skydiving. And so they got certified, and they went somewhere to get certified to go skydiving. They had to do like a certain amount of jumps, and then had to do jumps by themselves because the stunt required them to jump by themselves. And so they did it. They said it was like super fun. They loved it. And then after, the whole Vlog Squad, so like I don't know, like 15 or however many of them, went on a trip where they basically were just like filming stuff for like David's vlog. And one of the things they were filming was David was driving this excavator, you know, the big thing that's like and picks up stuff. So he was driving this excavator, and one of the girls, Corinna Kopp, got on it, and she got on like it was like a rope type of thing, and like she got on it, and then David was like driving it and was moving the hand really slowly. So like Corinna was like on the rope. I'll put up a video right now of it if you're watching the YouTube video. But basically he was driving this thing and like was moving the like hand or the claw around, and Corinna was just kind of hanging through this rope, and it was going pretty slow, and then he got a little bit faster, and she's like, oh my God, get off, get off, get off, like you always take it too far. So then Jeff says, well, I was thinking like, let's do a stunt. Like, I've been skydiving before, like multiple times. I'm basically certified or almost certified now. Like, I'm going to get on it and I'm going to do something funny and like make a joke out of it. That's where things go wrong. So he gets on it. Again, he's hanging like Corinna was off this excavator, and somehow David moves it too quickly, and Jeff loses control. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Jeff loses control and basically hits the excavator and destroys his face. So Jeff, his YouTube videos are really censored because it's just really graphic. And so if you want to see the uncensored videos, you can go to his Patreon page, because he's like, if anyone's gonna profit off my injury that could have killed me, it's gonna be me. But basically he completely destroyed his eye. He almost went blind. He has like metal parts all over his body. The doctor said that if it would have gone like millimeters over, he could have lost his life. It was insane. Like like literally he could have died. And so this happened back in June, I believe. And for a while, like he came out and everybody and he announced that he was like he didn't announce, but he like there was pictures of him like obviously injured, and there was like a lot of jokes about like, oh, Jeff got Botox and it went wrong, or like, oh, I jumped off a building. That he just like made up all these like jokes about what it was, but never told anybody really what it was until recently when he came out with a series kind of detailing everything. And in the series, I mean, it's pretty good. You guys should watch it. It's about he talks about for a while how he resented David because he's the one who almost killed him, and like David at the time was succeeding about buying a new house and just being so like launching dispo and doing so well that he just resented him for like literally kind of changing his life. And it just shows his pain. But in the series, it also shows how David is helping Jeff. Like he paid for the medical bills, he was there for him throughout the entire time and like whenever he needed. And Jeff ended up forgiving him. He's like, he's younger than me, he's still a kid, he has a lot to learn, but he's like showing me that he wants to be forgiven and he feels really bad. So now I guess my question is, do you think this video series will help David's career or hurt him?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I haven't watched it, so I can't give that perspective, but I mean, just like hearing about it, because I've heard it from you, I listened to the Frenemies episode where they discussed it. And kind of when the allegations were kind of like everyone was talking about it, it was in the news a lot about David Dobrik and the stuff with Dirty Dom and everything. Like Jeff went on Frenemies and Jeff like had the eye, and I remember Trisha Paytas was like asking him about the eye and everything, and Jeff was like, I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to talk about it. Like you could tell it was like, I mean, obviously it was to save it for this his docuseries, but it's just like, it's just one of those situations where like I think David's doing the bare minimum. I think it's the bare minimum that someone with millions of dollars is helping their friend with the medical bills that he caused. And it's one of those situations, I don't know if he was licensed to use the excavator, but it's just like this could have gone so poorly. And I hope it changes David Dobrik's perspective on things, because this aligns with everything all the accusations we've been hearing about him, the bullying, the misconduct. I mean, it's almost, I mean, all those things were so awful, but someone almost died. Like someone was millimeters from dying because of David Dobrik. And I think that's the hard part, because everyone can be like, oh well, Jeff made the decision to go on it, Jeff did this, Jeff did that, but it's like, but David Dobrik's like put them in that situation, and like the pressure to make a vlog and to entertain. I mean, he's like curating
To drive it too quickly.
exactly, and to drive it too quickly. Like these are all David's decisions, and it doesn't matter that Jeff agreed to it. It's still David Dobrik was the one driving it, and it's just I mean, it's like
Yeah.
what we were saying on one of our last episodes and all the ones when we've talked about David Dobrik. It's just like he should not have a platform as big as he does, and he needs to be held accountable for his actions. And I think this is included in that. And I'm sure he feels bad, and I hope he feels bad, and I hope he feels bad about all the other
Yeah.
accusations. But it's just like this could have gone so horribly wrong, and if he killed Jeff, he
He could have literally
he
died.
could have literally died, and David Dobrik would be in jail right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he just thought he was invincible. I think a lot of people in that group thought they were invincible. I do think it's interesting that this is even though this was obviously filmed prior, this is the first time anyone has like heard from David Dobrik since he decided to go dark on social media after all the allegations against him and after he released his like apology videos and stuff. So curious if he's going to break his social media silence once all the videos are done to address the videos, or if he's just gonna, like, kinda be like, "I said what I said in the videos, like, I'm just gonna not say anything." So, the videos are still rolling out, his video series isn't done, but yeah, super interesting
Mhm.
stuff I wanted to comment on, but next, a little bit lighter of a
Yeah.
story. So, condom sales are going up, and it's because 'cause y'all are getting
Ooh.
vaccinated. So so condom
Yes.
sales in the US have increased after slumping during the pandemic, according to market research firm IRI. CNN reported condom sales shot up 23.4% between March and April 2020. Manufacturers say
Oh
the
my god.
uptick in condom sales could be linked to more singles getting vaccinated. We're both fully vaccinated. The world is slowly opening up, at least in California. Things are basically, it basically feels like everything's back to normal. So, Alex,
Mhm.
what are you excited for now that we're going to have a little bit more freedom and now that we're vaccinated?
Yes, I mean, I'm still taking a lot of precautions because my family members are high risk, so I'm just, like, making sure, being safe, which I've been seeing a lot of shaming on Twitter about from different, like, journalists being like, "Why are people" like, Nate Silver, the one in charge of, like, that, oh my god, what's it called? The one that, like, predicts election results? I, like,
Yeah, yeah,
can't
yeah,
think of
yeah,
the
yeah.
name right now, but he was saying, like, "Oh, if people haven't changed their behavior, like, that's what I call irrational, like, being irrational if people are vaccinated and still haven't changed," but it's like, come on, like, we're still in a pandemic, everyone's allowed to do what they're comfortable with, let's just say that, like, if you're not
Yeah,
comfortable, don't feel pressured, do what you need to do, a lot has happened in the last year,
yeah,
focus on oh god, focus on yourself and do what you need to do.
yeah, I agree with you.
But I am excited. I saw a friend last week, our friend Will, who was on the podcast. I saw him last
Love
week, and
Will.
that was really fun to actually like see friends again. And I'm excited to see you, and I'm
Yeah,
excited to go to the Bay Area, and I'm excited to just like see people. Like I don't even need to be doing anything. I
yeah,
just want to see people. How about you?
yeah. No, I agree. I feel like, I mean, it honestly feels like things are going back to normal, especially in LA. I've gone out to dinner a few times, which has been fun, and just like feeling like I went shopping for a Mother's Day gift
Mhm.
this weekend at the Grove, and it was like weird because that was the first time I had actually physically gone to like a mall, I think, in a
Mhm.
really long time. And I was just like, wow, like it is weird because there's so many people still there because they're not like
Right.
regulating how many people go into the Grove. It's hard to regulate. So I
Mhm.
am still doing like like taking precautions. Thankfully, everyone in my household is fully vaccinated. But yeah, I agree with you. I mean, you shouldn't everyone has different comfort levels, like, I saw everyone and their
Mhm.
man everybody and their mom, I feel like, go to Tulum over the
Mhm.
weekend, and it's like, I personally wouldn't do that just because I don't feel comfortable traveling internationally and being with that many people yet, but that doesn't mean other people don't feel
Right.
comfortable, and that doesn't mean other people possibly, live in a household where their family members aren't at risk, so they could do more
Mhm.
things. So, I mean, it's just about what makes you feel comfortable and doing things that you feel okay with, and you're not overexposing yourself if you don't want to. But I'm just excited to go to San Diego, hopefully in July or June. Yeah,
Yes.
just go to a movie. I want to go to a movie and watch Black Widow so
Oh
bad.
my
I don't know.
god, I
I don't know
wanna
if
go to
I'll
a
feel
movie
comfortable
so
yet,
bad.
but
No,
yeah,
I totally agree. I wanna go to one so bad. I, like, miss the movies. Like, I think it'll feel normal when it feels safe to go to a movie again.
yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. But yay! Okay, well, I guess we have one thing left to talk about before we
Mhm.
wrap up this episode. Alex, do you want to break the news?
Yes. So everyone, this has been such a fun 29 episodes, but we are going to take a little break. But don't worry, we will be back with a new season very and we'll be announcing that. So stay on the lookout for that. But we're taking a break just for a little personal reasons. I don't know if you wanted to share your exciting personal news, Emily, but for me, I have a little personal reasons for me that I wanted to take things slow. But what about you?
Yeah, so I got a new job. I got
Yay!
my dream I got my dream job as I think I've talked about this on the show before. So like it was a goal of mine to move to entertainment and finally pursue my passion, and I made it happen. I am now the associate digital producer at Access Hollywood for the digital team, so I'm making YouTube videos for their channel,
Yes.
and I love it. I love everyone on the team. Everyone's so nice, and I'm having so much fun, but it is very time consuming, and I literally stare at a computer screen all day, and it's just like I just feel like I don't have the emotional capacity to give to anything else until I feel
Totally.
really comfortable and like adjusted to the job. So that's my reason for taking a break currently. But you will see us because
Mhm.
we love this show. This show has done so much for us personally. And we love
Mhm.
talking to you guys and hearing your good stories of the week every week. So we're definitely going to come back in with a new season and it's going to be bigger and better than ever. And and we're going to miss you.
Yes, yeah, don't miss us too much because we will be back, but as always, you can
We will
binge
be
our
back.
episodes if you need to. They're all there, but we will see you soon. We're so excited, so stay on the lookout for that. On social media, you can find us on Instagram at What a Week Show, and you can find us at Twitter at What a Week Show _.
And like Alex said, you can binge us anywhere you listen to podcasts or on our YouTube page. And also, our book club is still going to be up and running, even though we're taking a break from filming episodes. We're still going to keep updating our Instagram page once in a while and reading Just Mercy. We're very excited about this month's book selection. So
Mhm.
if you want to be part of our book club, just make sure you go to our link tree on our Instagram page to sign up and join. It's super fun, just a good group of people to chat about.
Yes.
So yeah, thank you
And
guys
thank
so
you
much.
all.
Have a good rest of your week, rest of your month, and talk to you soon.
Yes, we will see you
Goodbye.
soon. Mwah, bye.